Hi, guys. I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this presentation on capturing the most of family time by me, Sarah Smith, for our EDU 131 class. First off, what is family time? So, Merriam-Webster defines family as the basic unit in society traditionally consisting of two parents rearing their children. We all know that families, especially these days, are not always traditional. So I actually like the Encyclopedia Britannica version of family better, which is a group of people who are related to each other. And that relation can be through blood, or it can be through adoption or marriage or any other way you want to think of it. So families are very different, very diverse these days. And family time is just any time you spend with those that you call family. When is family time? So, family time can be any time of day. It can be in the morning, during your wake up. You can wake your kids up with smiles and cuddles. It can be brushing your teeth and getting dressed and ready for the day. It can be in the evening. It can be your bedtime routine, winding down together, reading books, singing songs, even watching a show together as a family in the evening. It can definitely be during meals. You could put your phones away, turn your TVs off, be present during the meal. As a mom, I'm really guilty of this. I am terrible to either fix my son's plate first and then continue cooking, or let everybody eat and I get up first and I start cleaning the kitchen and clearing dishes, trying to get things done. So I'm not always present at that mealtime with my family. I'm just trying to jump on to the next thing and get things done and be quick about it. So I'm trying to really focus on being present with my family during meals. It could be after work. You could pick your kids up from school, get a snack, have that time together. You could do homework together with them and really just be present in that after work time. You could even cook dinner together, include your kids in getting your meal ready. It could definitely be on the weekends. You could go outside. It is spring, moving into summer. The weather is finally getting warmer. You could hike or bike. You could go on a picnic or go to a park. You could even go to a library if it's a rainy day. Spending time together on the weekends doesn't always have to be costly. I know a lot of us in today's world are trying to be more mindful of where we spend money. So getting out and about with your family doesn't always have to be expensive. You could pack a picnic lunch. You could, like I said, go to a library that's free. You could go enjoy a park, or here in Western North Carolina, we have beautiful mountains and trails that we could go out and join and be a part of together. And then another time for family time is holidays. You could take advantage of a lot of holidays that you have with your kids where they're out of school or where they might be off for a winter break, a summer break, a spring break right now. So spend all of those extra moments you get with family. I mentioned this a little bit before in the mornings and evenings, but we all know that kids thrive in a structured environment, and having routines in place help keep that structure. So make your routines fun and be interactive with your kids. While they're in the bath, if they're still young enough to take a bath, get toys out and play with them and be present with them. While they're brushing their teeth, you could play a game. My son and I, who's almost 4, love to play a game when he brushes his teeth, talking about getting the sugar bugs off. So he'll brush them first and see if he got them all, and then I'll get the toothbrush and go behind him just to make sure those teeth are clean. And we play the game of getting all the sugar bugs off of his teeth. You could do the same with brushing hair. Let them try it first, and then you go behind them and make sure they did a good job. And the same with getting dressed. Depending on the age of your child, they might be able to get themselves dressed. They might need a little bit of help. But use those routines and structure as a time to be present with your family. And then once they're ready for bed, you could read a story. depending on the age of your child. You could read a book to them, or they could even read a book to you. Some of my favorite times with my parents growing up was when I got to lay in the bed and read my mom the Harry Potter series. So depending on the age of your kids and the age of those in your family, maybe they could read to you. Family time can be different for everyone. Every single family is different, and we all have different things, and that family time is unique to each one of us, which is really awesome. We all have cultural differences, generational differences, religious differences. So maybe some of those generational differences are we're teaching our kids something that we didn't get. Our parents viewed family time very differently than we did. They didn't have all of the access to technology that we have, but sometimes we can use that technology in a good way and incorporate family time into that. Maybe we FaceTime or Skype with family that lives further away. Maybe we incorporate a movie night in and have that quality time with our family that way. And then some religious differences. Maybe some families spend all day on Sundays at church, and that is structured quality family time for them because they're present together and enjoying each other's company. Maybe families have different routines. Some kids need different things to wind down in the evenings. Some kids need either more or less sleep depending on their age. So those routines in the evenings might be different. Maybe some parents have the ability to work part-time or full-time, or even stay at home with their kids. And so their time at home is different with those kids, and they can make the most of whatever time that may be. If they are able to be home earlier during the day, or if they are able to maybe go to bed a little bit later, they can stay up a little bit later with their kids and get that one-on-one time with them that way. Also, we have to remember that every child has different abilities. Some kids maybe are a little delayed in speech and they are not able to communicate clearly that way. So your family time might look a little bit differently with your kids pointing to pictures, or even a deaf child signing, and maybe your family time is learning sign language so that you can communicate with your child. Another great time for family time, like I said earlier, is holidays and special times. Here in the U.S., we have typically a winter break and a summer break that are great times to spend with your family. Winter break usually incorporates some kind of Christmas or holiday around that time, and we get to exchange gifts and see family that maybe we don't always get to see. Summer break, sometimes we get to go out of town. We get to go to the beach. We get to go to the lake or spend time outside. Incorporate that into your family time as well. Use those holidays and those special times, those days off of work that you get to really enjoy that time as a family and incorporate your whole family into something together. There are also challenges with family time. Family time can be hard. Maybe you are a working parent. Maybe you and your kids have conflicting schedules. You and your spouse or whoever's helping you raise your kids have conflicting schedules, and that can be difficult. Technology, while it can be used for good, and we do have things like FaceTime and Skype, it can also be a challenge in family time today when kids want to play on their phones and tablets and watch TV. And even us as adults, we want to come home and veg out. Maybe we've had a really long day at work. We're tired. We want to play on our phones or watch TV and not think about the rest of the world or the rest of the day. So we have to be really mindful of those challenges and work through those to make sure that we're present for our kids in the evenings and our families and really spend that quality time together. So you'll see the article in front of you. It is called Family Time, Why Spending Time with Family is Important, and it is by Harlina Singh. So this article here looks at all the different ages of kids, and it really focuses on quality over quantity of time with your kids. It also looks at time through your child's perspective. You know, as adults, a lot of times we think quality time means 3 or 4 or 5 hours together, when in reality our kids just need 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, and they think that is great. This quote from Harlena in this article is, "We often think that it's all about quantity when it comes down to the time we spend with our kids, whereas it is the quality time that we need to give our family and our children." And that is so important, to really view that quality time and focus on that quality versus quantity. Maybe we don't always have the quantity to give them, and to just really make each present moment count with our kids. Instead of looking at our phones, instead of spacing out or watching TV, we really need to be present with them in the few minutes and hours we get with our kids and our families now. And then here are some references just from my definitions and the article. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Thank you so much for watching my video.